Hi everyone, the great news today is that the channel has hit 30,000 subscribers, and I wanted to celebrate this by doing something a little bit different. So I thought, because it's 30,000 subscribers, I'd try and paint a miniature in 30 minutes. I did this before for my Instagram account when I hit 30,000 followers on there, and it went down quite well. So I thought I'd do it again on here. So what I did was I challenged myself to paint this Space Marine, this Black Templar Space Marine, in 30 minutes. And coming up in a minute, you'll see the video of that. And if you want to hang around and watch that. And this is the Space Marine I painted. And if you want to win that Space Marine, just comment on this video and I'll randomly pick someone in a week's time and I'll contact that person and then they'll get this Space Marine. So thanks for all of your support. I'll do more videos, more tutorials. I hope everybody's going to be joining in on the Lord of Blight's Masterclass, which will be starting properly next week. And thanks again, guys. So up next is the video of the speed paint of the Black Templar Space Marine. So I hope you enjoy and I'll see you real soon. Cheers, bye. Okay, so here's the paint along section of the video. So you'll probably notice it's been sped up. So this is twice as fast as normal speed. So it doesn't, you guys don't get bored watching it. So obviously I was painting a Black Templar, sprayed it Chaos Black spray. And the first thing I'm doing here, you can see, I'm just giving it a really light overbrush of Ink by Darkness. So I use Ink by Darkness as one of the first highlight sometimes for black. Basically, I'm just knocking the edge off the black because it can be quite harsh with just black on its own. So just really quickly thin Ink by Darkness, just overbrush. So I always overbrush is the term I use. It's basically just dry brushing but with thinner paint. So just going over those larger panels, just trying to hit the top surfaces really. So doing a similar job to what an airbrush might do, in fact. Obviously, you're getting a slightly rougher finish with this brush. But to begin with, you'll think that they're quite harsh, the highlight, but as you paint the model and you highlight more, it knocks it back a little bit, so it doesn't need, you don't need to worry about it too much. So what I'm doing now is just glazing back a little bit with some thin Chaos Black paint. So just to pull that highlight in a little bit more. I felt it was quite harsh. So just going over some of the surfaces. And as I mentioned, so the challenge with this is to paint the model in 30 minutes. So last time I did this, I did an Iron Warrior, 30k Iron Warrior Marine. So I sprayed silver and then washed it. So I thought, okay, black could be quite quick to do. So I thought I could tackle this in 30 minutes and get it done. That was the plan anyway. So yeah, just slapping some colour on the base now. So I'm just starting off, just getting blocky in the big parts of the model real quick. So this is Mornfang Brown onto the base, just onto the sandy areas of the base. Just going around that real quick. And whilst that's drying, I can work on other areas of the base as well. And then other areas of the model whilst that's drying. So I thought whilst other areas are drying, I can switch onto different areas as well. So just picking out the slabs now with some, I think there's Skaven Blight Dinge. Just going over those, because I sprayed it black, I can leave a little bit of black in the shading there in the recesses. Yeah, so like I said, the last time I did this, 30 minutes in, it was a success really, because it was sprayed lead belcher spray and then washed and picked out some details. It was quite a simple colour scheme as well, the Iron Warriors, and did it in 30 minutes. That was for my Instagram account when I got to 30,000 followers. So that was a 30k Marine in 30 minutes to celebrate 30,000 followers. This is just a Space Marine in what hopefully is 30 minutes to celebrate 30,000 subscribers on YouTube, so which is really great. So just blocked in the paving slabs there. So what did I go on to next? There we go, yeah, so I got the lead belcher out, started picking out all the silver areas, so that's another large area of the model. One of the larger areas of the model was silver areas. And metallic areas, just going over the chest as well. So this brush here, this is a size 2 brush with a good tip, so it's good for working at speed, so it's accurate, so you don't need to neaten up too much, and holds a lot of paint, so you don't need to go back to your palette too much either. So if you want to paint fast, try and use a larger brush, but it's got to be still got to be a decent brush, so with a good tip on it, so like this one. So just going around picking up the other areas that would be metal. Banding there, the ribbing between the armour plates. still trying to be neat as I can. So obviously, if you're neat first time, you don't need to go back and neaten up. And the backpack has a lot of silver on it as well, so just started doing those bits in that. Like I said, this model is going to be given away as a prize to, it's going to be a randomly selected person. So obviously if you're within the week's window that you get to put a comment on this video, so just comment on the video and then I'll randomly select someone a week after it after it's been posted. If you're watching it later then you've missed out, I'm sorry. But yeah, just comment on the video and you can hopefully be in with a chance of winning this. I don't normally paint models at this sort of speed. I'm quite a slow painter these days. So I used to paint a bit faster when it was my job, but nowadays I've slowed down. Still try to maintain quality, but slowed down. It's just the way it is now. Painting less. I do like Black Templars as well. I used to have a Black Templar army when I worked in the retail stores. I had a couple of different Space Marine armies. Black Templars was one of my old armies that I had when I was working in one of the shops, and it was the Armageddon campaign. I remember seeing the Black Templars when they first really came out, and they were on the cover of the Warhammer 40,000 as well, the box. And I was like, okay, let's do Black Templar army. So, yeah, I do have a bit of a soft spot for Black Templars. So going over all the metal areas now with the wash. So this wash was Norn oil and just a touch of Black Templar contrast paint, just to add a bit of pigment in it. It's a mix that I always tend to use, so Norn oil and a little bit of Black Templar mixed in. Just saves the layers you need to do really. You just do one layer. And it works quite well as a shade all over wash for silver. So you'll notice I prepped the model. I was going to glue it all together in one go, thinking that it would be faster. Kept the backpack off because the gun hangs down the back, so I needed to get behind there. And the model was actually blue plastic because it's one of the collectible Space Marines that was only available in Japan to begin with. So if I don't get to all those areas, you'll see some of the blue plastic showing through, even with the black undercoat. So yeah, I painted it in sub-assemblies. So that same wash, whilst I had it on my brush, I just thought I'd just bang it on the base, washing it over the grey and the brown, just to give it some depth. Then I can leave that dry and then work on other areas of the model. Okay, so the next section, I moved on to the shoulder pads next. So they're quite, obviously Black Templars with the white shoulder pads is one of the first things you see, so I thought I'd get those on there. Use Corax White, so it's a base paint. So it covers quite well, so just took a few coats of this just to go over the black, keeping it a little bit thin. So whilst that was drying, I just picked up the Purity Seal on his leg. I think this was Talon Sand. There's a scroll on the backpack as well, so I decided to do that Talon Sand as well. I think looking back at that, I probably should have just done that metal, just for speed really. I was just messing around a bit too much. I think by this point I started stressing a little bit, looking at the timer. Still had quite a bit left to do, the time was running out. And these white shoulder pads took a few coats as well, so this was eating up the time as well. Obviously I'm just getting this white on, I'll neaten up afterwards. Decided to do another coat onto the Purity Seal there. With a hairdryer going on, trying to speed things up. Shoulder pads again, still not strong enough. If you don't have Corax White base paint, I suggest getting it, it's fantastic. So just picking out some leather parts now, and this is Doomball Brown. So So I used a very warm brown because the arm was going to be like slightly blue tint to it. So I thought to contrast I'll do warm leather pouches. Just a couple of coats on those to pick them out. And this Screaming Skull over the Purity Seal now. Again, just using the large brush, just loading up using the tip. Yeah, I think I was about 20 minutes in at this point, so I had 10 minutes left, and you can see that I still had quite a bit left to do. So I was fighting a losing battle, I think. It's kind of looking like a black Templar at this point. And another coat over the shoulder pads there. I think if the shoulder pads had been separate, I'd have sprayed them white, but they were actually attached to the arms, so they had to be glued in. It's got the head separate there. That was sprayed with Wraithbone, so I'm just doing a coat of contrast paint, which is Gulliman Flesh, just over the whole head. See, by this point I've not even started the head at that point, so you can see where this is going. Mephiston red there on the Purity Seal. And whilst red with that, I thought I'd just do the cord on his chest, do that in red as well. So again, just loading the brush up using the tip. Okay, so this is Retributor armour, it's a good solid gold paint. Always use this for my gold. Just picking out the, got an eagle on the cord and the handle of the dagger. I think my intention was get all the colour on there real quick. And then if I had any time left, I would actually put some highlights onto the black. So that's the plan. It was just to get everything blocked in and get some line highlights on the black with all the time I'd have left at the end. So yeah, I think I'm doing a voiceover on this, so by this point I think I was getting very stressed. I was like, okay, I'm running out of time. What else is next? Still quite a bit left to do really. Transfers are sitting in water currently, just waiting. Okay, so yeah, this is just neatening up around the white that I did on the shoulder pad. Obviously we're never going to leave that, so this bit took a bit of time. Trying to keep a steady hand as well whilst you're fighting against the clock is very difficult. Just turning the model as I need to get the straight line nice and sharp. And the other shoulder pad you're doing as well. You can see that this does take time. Quickly running out of it as well. Well, I knew that this was going to be given away as a prize, a prize to whoever comments on here, so I wanted to try and make it something worth winning slightly without taking me too long either. Obviously, we've all got to fight against the time and how much free time we have, so I thought this would be, we could do it quite quickly. And if someone wants to own it, they can do. Being a perfectionist and neating up the black again. Probably should be doing that. Okay, so I put an Agrax Earthshade wash over the gold and the brown at the same time. Just trying to save a small amount of time. Putting it on there. Okay, now I'm pretty much at the 30-minute mark, so you can see that I didn't actually finish the figure in time, and you'll see me give the thumbs down now. Nope, didn't do it. So what I did do was I just stopped recording, then carried on painting the model. So this is me just, keep going. I took my time a little bit more with it. I knew I'd failed the challenge, so I just thought, let's still paint fast, but see what I can do in the time. So dry brush the base, and onto the head a little bit more. Some work on that. Still trying to, I know I'm still going to give it away, but it was the challenge, and we failed the challenge. Well, I did. But I still wanted to give the model away and make it worth something worth, someone wanting. You can see there, I put some blood on the model a bit. This is putting some edge highlights on here and there, not too many. I'm still trying to be a quick paint job. Just putting them on there, here and there. Nothing too extravagant. Transfers going on. There we go. It's looking a bit more Black Templar-like. Base edge there. Putting a few tufts on the bases. Adds a bit of texture. Make it look a bit more finished. It's a dark PVA glue. There. To make it look good. Okay, that's the last thing we did, and then I assembled the model, and there he is. That's the finished model. So there's a Black Templar. It's speed paint. Probably, I think it took me about an hour and a half, so it took an extra hour. So yeah, I failed the challenge, but still got it done quite quickly. Imagine if you had a squad of these, you'd be quite happy in your army. So yeah, it was really fun to do. I don't normally paint at that speed, but it was good. So if you want to win this, comment below, and I'll randomly pick someone in a week, and I hope you enjoyed it. And thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.